Today we're going to be looking at adverbials, and the reason we're looking at adverbials is because in your extended writing task you'll need to use them. This is an example of the mark scheme for the extended writing task, and it says you need to use a range of varied sentence structures which give clarity and emphasis to meanings, such as increased use of adverbials and prepositional phrases. So we're going to look at what an adverbial is and why do we use adverbials. So we use adverbs to give more information about the verb, and there are four types of adverbials. One is adverbial of manner, adverbials of place, adverbials of time, adverbials of probability. Adverbials of manner. We use adverbials of manner to say how something happens or how something is done. An example here is the children were playing, and if we were to add an adverbial to that, it would be the children were playing happily. So that's an adverbial of manner. It's saying how something happens or how something is done. Another example, he was driving, a simple sentence. If we were to add an adverbial into that, we'd say he was driving as fast as possible, and as fast as possible answers the question of how something happens or how something is done. Adverbials of place. Adverbials of place is where something happens. So she saw him there, this being the adverbial. We met. If we extend that then into an adverbial phrase, we met in the centre of Cambridge. Adverbials of time. We use adverbials of time to say when or how often something happens. They start work, then we add in the adverbial of time. They start work at 6:30 every morning. They go to work by bus. Add the adverbial. They usually go to work by bus. So this is the how often. Adverbials of probability, which is the last adverbial we're going to look at, and adverbials of probability show how certain we are about something. So if we were to say the weather will be fine, you might say perhaps the weather will be fine, perhaps saying or indicating how certain we are about something. Henry is coming to the party. That's definite. If we add in the adverbial to say how certain we are, Henry is certainly coming to the party. So adverbial recap. Adverbials of manner say how something happens or how something is done. Adverbials of place to say where something happens. Adverbials of time to say when or how often something happens, and adverbials of probability to show how certain we are about something. So this is a test. So what you can do, as I'm reading, you can pause the slideshow and write down what you think is the correct answer. We're going to have a series of adverbial phrases, and you will have to write out the sentence and then underline the adverbial words or phrases. So Sarah said good night to the children and quietly shut the bedroom door. So one of those words is an adverb of manner. Number 2, I've checked my homework really carefully, but I can't find any mistakes. In there we have 2 adverbials of manner. Number 3, adverbial of manner. The company built the new apartments as cheaply as they could. Now here we have 5 adverbials of manner. Now we're moving on to adverbials of place. What are you doing here? It's great to see you. One of those words is an adverbial of place. Number 5, my grandmother spent the first 16 years of her life in India. We have 2 words, the 2 adverbials of place. Number 6, I found the cat. She was sleeping under the table. There you have 3 words. Number 7, adverbials of time. We need to leave this town right now. The police are looking for us. So in those two sentences you have two words, two adverbial words. Number 8, have a good weekend, Sarah. I'll see you on Monday morning. You'll have 3 adverbials of time in those two sentences. Number 9, I try to visit my grandparents 2 or 3 times each year. Now we have 6 words, adverbials of time. Number 10, I'm sorry Alan didn't come to the party, maybe he's busy. Adverbials now of probability, and 1 word is an adverbial of probability. Number 11, I don't know where the keys are, but they're not in the car for sure. I've looked. We have 2 words, 2 adverbials of probability. Number 12, the final one, the weather's so terrible, it is possible that our flight will be cancelled. Now we have 4 words, 4 adverbials of probability in there. Okay, the test answers. So if you've answered those questions and you're ready to see the answers, we have adverbials of manner. Sarah said good night to the children and quietly shut the bedroom door. That was the 1 word. Number 2, I've checked my homework really carefully, but I can't find any mistakes. Really carefully being the adverbial of manner. The company built the new apartments as cheaply as they could. There you have your 5 words. And then we have number 4, which is adverbials of place. What are you doing here? Here being the 1 word. My grandmother spent the first 16 years of her life in India. In India are the 2 words. I found the cat. She was sleeping under the table. We have 3 words. Adverbials of time. Number 7, we need to leave this town right now. The police are looking for us. The 2 words, right now. Have a good weekend, Sarah. I'll see you on Monday morning. 3 words there. I try to visit my grandparents 2 or 3 times each year. 2 or 3 times each year being the 6 words. Adverbials of probability. I'm sorry Alan didn't come to the party. Maybe he's busy. Maybe being the adverbial of probability. I don't know where the keys are, but they're not in the car for sure. For sure being the probability. I've looked. Number 12, the weather's so terrible, it is possible that our flight will be cancelled. And when you look at these adverbials, usually if you take them out, the sentences will still make complete sense. So the weather's so terrible, our flight will be cancelled. I don't know where the keys are, but they're not in the car. I've looked. I'm sorry Alan didn't come to the party. He's busy. Going back, we need to leave this town right now. Get rid of the right now. We need to leave this town. The police are looking for us. Have a good weekend. Sarah, I'll see you. I try to visit my grandparents. And without the adverbial, the sentence would end there. So that is how you can include a range of varied sentence structures to give clarity and emphasis to meaning, such as increased use of adverbials, because you can see by adding in the adverbials you're increasing your sentence length and you're including more information into the sentence. Okay, thank you.